Getting eaten up by mosquitoes on a nice summer day, maybe a thunderstorm coming in. Wouldn't it be a beautiful day to put in a toilet? I think so. Gotta be enthused about these things. Because putting in a toilet is no fun, but it's not that hard. You can do it. You can do it. Look, I can't pee because there is no toilet. Unless I have really good aim. But my aim is to keep the bathroom clean. Your aim will help. So, we simply need a few things. I shut the bathroom door, now people will be like, man, he's been in there forever. So you need a few simple things to put in a toilet. You need a toilet. That'd be a good start. So, you're gonna need these bolts that are made specifically for sticking out of here. Then you need the wax ring. And this is what keeps it from seeping. This is called a reinforced. You don't have to get reinforced, but you want to get a wax toilet bowl gasket. Like you're gonna blow a gasket. And it says the number. The number really, to me, doesn't mean anything, but it tells you what size hole. This hole here is 3 inches across, and then the top flange is 4 inches across, and that's what this says it will fit. And you can see what it's shaped like. We'll take that out. Don't take it out until you're really ready to go, because if you wreck the seal, you're gonna have to go back to the store and pick up another one. These are only a couple bucks, maybe two bucks, maybe. Possibly even 3, depends on where you shop. And then I got new bolts with caps, and that's so that it looks nice when it's put in. Anyway, a couple key components of how your toilet works. This is old wax around there. That's not yucky stuff, so don't be grossed out. It's been cleaned thoroughly with a bleach formula. And then you have the water inlet line. This one's a 3/4 inch. Who cares, but it has a valve to shut it off, and that's why the water's not flowing out looking for a toilet that's not there. By the way, when your toilet's out, it's a great time to paint behind there because you really can't do so otherwise. So what you will need is obviously a toilet, and you will need the bolts. You'll need this floor flange, and this should already be here. That's basically the pipe that takes your stuff away from you. And you want to make sure that's unobstructed. When you're working in between getting this toilet in, make sure to put a plug in there. Keep the smell out of your house, which it shouldn't have anyway, because of the plumbing, it keeps the smell away, but also keeps things from dropping down there, such as wedding rings and car keys and things that you might want to keep. Very simple. You will start with the wax ring. It comes in a tray, usually, depending on the type you buy. And you want to remove basically this flange, this graduated piece goes down. Hang on to it carefully so you don't drop it. The wax is squishy, so you don't want to deform it. Let's see if I can do this right. See how this fits right into that hole, hopefully. Okay, you just simply put it in place. I'm going to leave the cover on there for a moment because I'm going to get these bolts also in place, these twister bolts. There's different kinds. Your toilet might come with them, or it might not, but you need these so that you have something sticking out so that then you can secure your stool. Isn't that funny they call it a stool? Isn't that what goes in to the toilet? Anyway, a stool. I'm going to show you up close, but this fits in like thusly, and it cannot come out. Okay, and just leave it sticking as straight up as possible because you're going to position your toilet bowl right onto the bolts. Take the second bolt out. Read the instructions. They call it a closet bolt. Why would you call it a closet bolt? This, people, is a closet bolt. It goes onto your stool, which inside your stool you will place another stool. Oh, the way they name them. Anyway, yes, I need a closet bolt for my toilet. Okay, the edge of this is kind of in the way, but you work your closet bolt into place. Now you'll see that these are opposite of each other. This has the wider hole on this side, and then over here it goes this way so that you twist. If you twist, it'll set into place. Okay, slide it back. Okay, get those to stick up straight as possible. And the next thing is push the closet bolts upright through the closet flange on your toilet. Align holes in bowl with the closet bolts and push nylon speed nut down to the flange. This one? Is this a nylon speed nut? Okay, next you're going to push what they call the nylon speed nut. It holds it in place. My wax ring's a little bit in the way, or the cover. So I'm going to remove the wax ring cover. Pull here to remove. See where it sits in the center? You basically just poke that hole and remove the wax ring. This is the part that's maybe not so pleasant. You get wax on your fingers, and it's brown colored, so you're thinking I got sticky goo on my fingers. Okay, see that part? That should stick to that. So I'm actually going to get these things out of the way. We saw that they fit. That's good enough. You're going to take this wax ring and set it in place so that it rims right around the inner ring. And I took off part of it just so I can show you what's going on. The rubber piece in the center is centered up. You want to give it a couple twists back and forth. That helps make it secure itself to the floor piece, the white. Well, see, I didn't get it secured quite enough. You want to really push that down, but don't change the shape of this. Okay, get it down a little tighter. You don't have to worry about your fingers getting wax on them. That's not going to kill you. Okay, that wax ring is in place. It should look like this so that you can get your closet bolts in place. This is just to show you that your typical homeowner can do this. You can install your own toilet. Unless you want to pay someone a lot of money, you could call and ask how much it would be. And then you're going to put the toilet on top of this, and this ring will form to the bottom of the toilet, which will have old wax, which you'll have to remove with a putty knife, and probably put gloves on, because that is the icky side. This is the clean side here. All right, so, and again, that's trash down there. That's pieces of this iron. It's not poo. So don't worry about that. Okay, so your toilet basically seats down and squishes all this wax into place. The note on here is it should be about 70 degrees, 68 to 70 degrees for this wax to form correctly. If your bathroom is too cold, or if you left this thing in your cold or your hot car, it is not going to work at all. Probably the not so fun part of this is getting in there with a scraper to get rid of all the caulking that was on there to seal the floor. Being very careful, because this whole thing is porcelain and very breakable, believe it or not. But porcelain is probably the easiest thing to clean. Once you get that all clear, you're ready to put that in place. You get one shot at doing this right. You will either do it right or you will do it incorrectly. If you do it incorrectly, you get to go back to the store to buy another one of these. Because if you squish it all over the place, you're just going to have to get another one. I put all the important parts away from the hole so it doesn't go down. Get all the tools down on the floor and away from the area. Make sure that area is clean, because anything you leave there is going to stay there forever. Okay, these bolts, closet bolts, should be sticking straight up. Alright, I think we're about as good as we can. You can do final adjustments once you get this hole lined up and get the toilet seated in place. You're going to lower it straight down on that area. And again, clean, I'm not going to show you underneath my toilet. You want to clean all the old wax out from under there. Okay, straight down, people. Wish me luck. Nope. If you think you're off and the bolt moves, abort the mission and try it again. Get these bolts straight. This is a good workout. Okay, it's seated onto the hole. Wiggle it around to get that wax seal to squish out and form. And you're going to watch this very carefully for the next few days, aren't you? So that you don't have any leakage. Then you're going to take care to get it as straight, square to the wall, square to the area it's seated in. And we'll worry about connecting the plumbing after we get these bolts in place. So next comes down washers. That helps cover the hole. Put them on both sides. After that, the nut. And I'm going to take time to really make sure this is securely in place. It feels right. Wiggle it around just a bit. If the bolts are in the right place, then your toilet bowl's in the right place. Alright. Square to the wall, and now we can secure these nuts down to the bolt. This is the part where you'll eventually need your pliers or something to tighten that up. Okay, one on this side, we'll tighten these down. We won't make you watch the entire painstaking process, because I can imagine you are excited to get into your bathroom and try your hand at stool placement. You do not want to over tighten these, because remember what I said the toilet bowl is made out of? Porcelain. So you're going to wrap that tape, plumber's tape, right around here. It's basically just an extra way to seal that. So I'll do that next. But anyway, you're going to put this in place. Make sure the top side is finger tight up here, but don't use a tool to tighten that, because remember, that's porcelain and you don't want it over tightened because it'll crack your porcelain, and you wouldn't be too happy if you cracked your toilet bowl, unless you needed a new one. But maybe this is a new one. Okay, so back thread it to get it to seat, and then hold this pipe. You might have to wiggle it so that that thread goes on there very nicely. Get it as secure as you can with your fingers. And then get in there with the tool. Be careful not to put pressure on any other parts. And so that's it. Get that tight. Get these bolts tight. Put your cap on there. This particular cap actually screws on. And there you have a working toilet. You can test it and put it back together. Oh, before I go, I just want to tell you too, if you are unfortunate enough that you have to remove your own toilet bowl first, you would just do it in the reverse process. First you remove the caps, and then I guess before loosening that up, you want to open this up and get as much water out as you can. So shut off your valve, shut it all the way off, lift this tank cover Be careful, it's porcelain, right? And then you can flush this and it will release all the water as much as possible into the bowl. But being that the water is off, it will not refill the tank. But then your bowl will have lots of water. Hopefully it's water in there. And so you will need to drain the rest with some kind of cup or something. And of course you're not going to stick the cup from your cupboard in there unless there's someone in your house you dislike. I cleaned it first, gave it a good cleaning with a toilet cleaning formula, and got it all nice and shined up so that it wasn't so icky to be reaching in there. Simply took a whipped topping bucket, one that is now full of garbage from my project, and then I took a yogurt Yoplait, and I first stuck this whipped topping thing in there. What would you call that, a bowl? I stuck it in there and scooped the water out, put it over in the tub. Or you can have a bigger bucket like this. These Tidy Cat buckets work great for projects like this. So you scoop out as much water as you can with the big one. Then you take your little Yoplait and give it a little crease or bend, and you can get way down into the really fun part and scoop out the rest and pour it into either your bucket or over into your tub. And that way you get as much water as you can out of this. So when you lift it off, you just basically loosen the two nuts on that side. Again, we had already shut off the water, but you want to disassemble or disconnect this. You could disconnect it from the top too if you want to. That's up to you. This one you don't, or down here you need a tool. Up here you would not need a tool. You can just finger loosen it. Don't over tighten these. I have broken those before. Then you don't have to remove the seat or anything. Then you just lift it straight up off. Again, get this off first so it doesn't fall and break. And then just set it in your tub while you're working on the project. With that, I'll leave you to go experiment on your own. And don't write me if it goes wrong. Tell your friends, but don't tell me. If it goes right, yeah, then you can buy me a beer. Okay, enjoy. You just need a half hour of free time. Then you can put together your own toilet. And make it look like a pro. Happy flushing. With your toilet endeavors, I wish you skill. I shouldn't wish you luck, because hopefully, if you're good at this, you won't need luck. You'll have pure, unadulterated skill. Just because you watched YouTube.